My name is Stephanie Campos. I am an astrologer, psychic medium, and witch, and this is your daily horoscope for Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. We have a busy day in the sky today. The day starts out around 10 a.m. when the moon in Capricorn forms an opposition with Mars in Cancer. Mars is the planet of war, anger, frustration, and action. The moon is our emotional world. When these two are at odds, we may feel frustrated, irritated, or have the impulse to take action. This is reactive and rash energy. We may feel frustrated or triggered by something or someone. But don't worry, the energy lightens later in the day. Around 2 p.m., the moon in Capricorn forms a sextile with Neptune and Pisces, and this is compassionate and supportive energy. We're able to let go or shake off some of the stress from earlier in the day and feeling a little more lighthearted and creative. Later on, around 5 p.m., the moon in Capricorn forms a square with Jupiter and Aries. This is like bite off more than I can chew energy. There's a tendency to go over the top, overcommit, overpromise. And because the moon does represent our emotions, sometimes big feelings can surface, or sweet, over the top public displays of affection. Take your pick. Around 7 p.m., the moon enters Aquarius. We may initially be feeling a little bit more detached from our emotions, but that will change about 30 minutes later once it forms a conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius. Remember, Pluto is now retrograde, so we will only have a few more aspects between the moon and Pluto in Aquarius before it retrogrades back into Capricorn. The last time the moon in Aquarius formed a conjunction with Pluto in Aquarius was April 13th. Scroll back through your phone, photos, journal, text messages to see what was going on around that time in your life. Who and what was taking up your attention? Threads from that storyline are picked up again this evening. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support. This is a one human show. I am writing, filming, editing, producing every aspect of this daily horoscope podcast and YouTube channel. Your support means so much. Please leave a rating and review, subscribe, and share with some of your witchy friends. You can also support by picking up my first book, Seasons of the Zodiac, Love, Magic, and Manifestation throughout the astrological year. This is a book you can come back to year after year with helpful tips, tricks on how to manifest alongside the different zodiac seasons, spells, rituals, and tarot spreads, and so much more. Aries, there's an intense push and pull between your public and private lives today. Your attention may be on your career, but something may be going on with your family or in your living environment. Frustrating feelings that you've been keeping to yourself bubble to the surface and become public today. Once the moon enters Aquarius, you're feeling a little lighter and more optimistic. You're ready to connect with others and feeling more social. This might be a fabulous time for you to post on social media once the moon connects with Pluto, reminding you of your power and influence. Taurus, heated discussions and conversations can take place today as the moon and Mars sit across the sky from one another. This is jump to conclusion energy and quite reactive. Channel your inner bull and slow down before making a decision or shooting out an angry text. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus is on your career and reputation. You may be witnessing your own power and influence in a profound way. And also power struggles with authority figures and important people in your life may bubble up at this time. Gemini, the moon and Mars bring your attention to your financial axis. You might experience some sort of frustration regarding your finances or find yourself having to deal with some sort of expense. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus is on your education, spirituality, and perspective. You're zooming out and thinking about the big picture, and your mind is more curious than normal. Trying something new, like a new place for dinner, a new route on your way to work or to the grocery store, or hanging out with a new person, can bring exciting perspective shifts. Cancer, the moon and Mars bring attention to your relationship axis. You may find yourself getting into a heated debate or argument with an important person in your life, especially a committed partner or business collaborator. Any resentment or frustration that's been building comes up to be addressed. Once the moon enters Aquarius, you are focused on your internal world and more reflective. This is a private time for you and also a very intuitive time. Explore your subconscious. Leo, the moon and Mars bring your attention to your day-to-day routine and your need for rest. You may be overworking today to the brink of exhaustion. Slowing down, if possible, can bring relief. This is also a fantastic day to release any habits or behaviors that you no longer want to carry with you into the future. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus is on your partnerships. You may be connected with an influential person or find yourself reflecting on power dynamics, control, jealousy, and fixations in your close connections. Virgo, the moon and Mars bring attention to your axis of fun and celebration. You might feel the urge to take a risk or try something new. If you're working on a creative project, it's also possible to get some feedback from a friend that doesn't feel so great. You could be sorting through conflicts in friendships today or taking decisive action on a creative project. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus is on your day-to-day routine. This is productive energy and sets you up for tomorrow. Libra, the moon and Mars opposition bring your attention to your fourth house of home, family foundations, and your 10th house of career and public reputation. You may be sorting through conflicts with family members or dealing with something intense in your private life while also having to pour a lot of your energy into your career or a personal project or ambition. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus shifts to your creativity, pleasure, and play. This is the time to indulge and have fun. In romantic matters, once the moon connects with Pluto, you may be reflecting on your relationship with jealousy, desire, and sex. Scorpio, the moon-Mars opposition brings some intense conversations to a head. Information you learn today can really tick you off, or you may be the one delivering some harsh words. You may have to set verbal boundaries with important people in your life, or feel like your schedule is just too jam-packed. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus shifts to your home and family. This is a private and restful time for you. Focus on your comfort and sense of security. Cook your favorite meal, put on one of your favorite shows, and wrap yourself in a cozy blanket. Sagittarius, the moon-Mars opposition brings your attention to your financial axis. You may find yourself having to deal with a big expense, an unexpected bill, or frustrating conversations about your shared resources with a partner. Once the moon enters Aquarius, you are ready to connect with others and self-express. Your focus is on communication and dialogue. Capricorn, the moon-Mars opposition brings attention to your relationship axis. You may find yourself in verbal conflicts with important people in your life or feeling more sensitive to someone else's actions or reactions. You may have to set important boundaries with someone around this time. Once the moon enters Aquarius, your focus is on your finances, livelihood, and comfort. Engage in some self-care practices today, or reacquaint yourself with your budget. Aquarius, the moon-Mars opposition has you feeling exhausted. It brings attention to your need for rest and overdoing it. If you've been juggling a million things, it's likely to be catching up with you. Now is the time to slow down, focus on yourself, and spend time in your own energy. This will feel incredibly restorative at this time. Once the moon enters your sign, your focus is on your sense of self and identity. As it connects with Pluto and Aquarius, you are better able to recognize and understand some of your limiting beliefs, patterns of self-sabotage, but also your strength and power. Now is the time to alchemize your wounds and turn them into bright diamonds. Pisces, the moon-Mars opposition brings attention to your social circle. Conflicts with a romantic partner or a friend may reach a climax. You may also be hit with a wave of inspiration when it comes to a personal goal or ambition you're working towards. Once the moon enters Aquarius, you're ready to focus on your rest and slowing down. Journal, do a meditation, take a bath, spend some time in your own energy. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you're curious to learn more about astrology, you can pick up my first book, Seasons of the Zodiac, Love, Magic, and Manifestation throughout the astrological year. Thanks so much and see you tomorrow.